P.O.C. The entity is stalking by helicopter while the city of Ontario, the people of the state, 9P.YC 647, the people of the state pacing on the sidewalk behind me and pacing, stalking at the airport and pacing on the roads and the highways under the fake sun that is over me on this same street at 8:34 a.m. That's the current time right now. The entity engaging what is an hour and a half of stalking by helicopter, doing the exact same thing in the exact same specific environment. Remember, the fake moon's right over the top of my head last night as I'm documenting until 12:22 a.m. That's over an hour of the entity stalking, harassing, and terrorizing using helicopters of the Gang Stalkers Ontario Police, who they have no intention whatsoever to maintain any sort of defense in court. They have been proven, and they are fully communicating their enemy status regarding the United States of America, and that they have failed in a contract to murder me, gang stalking me with the people of the state, and they are engaging what is harassment and threatening now with regard to my documentation on my device regarding the mentally ill demons who are engaged in what is delusional and failed witchcraft while I'm documenting the evidence that I've already captured. This is failed witchcraft, which is resulting in the demon-possessed that practice witchcraft and try to take out contracts with Satan to murder people. This is the satanic system of gang stalking proven through the fake sun that's over me, like you see right here, right now, where the entity is indeed stalking by helicopter while they're monitoring what I'm uploading on my device, and these demons are stalking with light that is not going to shoot off of your car onto my person, and the sun that's not going to remain over the same person at the same location, like I documented at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. That's what I'm capturing very damning and triggering screenshots of, including the gang stalking municipality, that is Paul Leon, the gang stalking airport, that is Alan D. Wabner, the gang stalking people of the state, including the gang stalking hitman and con woman, Tracy Banks, license 9HUZ740, engaging in this participating in this ritual after I'm capturing damning evidence of the entity stalking for a whole over an hour, just like the Los Angeles Police Department did, by the way, keeping me under surveillance and further into the same failed contract where the demon-possessed are engaging what is delusional and failed witchcraft, thus sacrificing themselves, and it is including what is a public exposure and a federal prosecution for terrorism. This is P.O.C. This is 537 North Euclid Avenue. The entity has the fake sun over me while I'm at Chevron at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. This is the entity that has the fake sun over me. While this morning, this demon is engaged in what is threatening to commit kidnapping while she is at using her, as I documented, using the police vehicle as a buzzer, amplified audible activity, the entity maintaining the fake sunrise right here, doing so while she is making a verbal threat as the means of audible noise while they're all engaged in monitoring, doing so while under that fake sun. This is witchcraft, and combining that witchcraft with what is a verbalized threat to commit kidnapping while they're stalking. She made a threat to kidnapping. This is the agency that's stalking and doing so. She's going to federal prison. She is the demon that is on video that I documented this morning. The fake sun has not moved, and you know it did not move. It remained here while Omnitrans is gang stalking with the people in the same manner that the rest of the population is gang stalking and making a threat to engage in kidnapping when you are fully proven as engaging in what is a criminal pattern of conduct as an agency is a means of the entity that is engaged in what is a failed sacrifice and failed witchcraft. Literally, their witchcraft requires them to engage in this harassment, stalking, psychological torture, threats, retaliation, which is supposed to maintain some affect on you, such as oppressing you physically and your mindset so that their spell work, their voodoo, etc. is effective. It's not working, and it's evidence of them stalking and evidence of being demons. The fake sun is right here at 12 p.m. yesterday. Look at my evidence, and I'm capturing images of it for you to see it yourself. This is why the entity is stalking by helicopter, and I am indeed the one, just like last night. The fake moon is over me. They're stalking for over an hour in a helicopter. The fake sun is over me. They are stalking as I am engaged in, again, lawful conduct, freedom of speech, and a protection of myself, an obligation under the Constitution to expose the government that conspired with the people of the state, the population, to murder me by the system of gang stalking. They've also committed this with the intent, the motive to profit from my demise. And this demon that's on in images engaging in that, I'm going to go ahead and include it in the video. 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and document it because it's that important to this criminal system. She's verbalizing a threat in the video that you already saw. She is going to federal prison as this is a desperate means of harassment and terrorism because of my documentation that I capture, and also because of the the spiritual impact. These are demons, and they're practicing witchcraft while they make these threats. They're practicing witchcraft while they're stalking me in helicopters. They're practicing witchcraft while they're stalking as a population under a fake sun. And it's failed witchcraft, and it's exposing mental illness that is shared by a population that includes that terrorist organization and Michael Lorenz. License plate 1706919, vehicle 1129. And she's engaging in what is verbalizing this threat while she's monitoring with the people of the state who are molesting me with impossible light that's shooting backwards towards me while they're stalking on the roads and the highways with that agency that is stalking, using its vehicles, abusing its authority, its position, where they're exercising authority that they don't have while they're engaged in proving criminal surveillance, which is demonic. And it is indeed failed witchcraft. They are sharing in this failed witchcraft, which is speaking to the fact that these demons have sacrificed themselves. And the public exposure regarding this failed witchcraft, it is going to result in what is their homelessness. It is going to result in what is their loss of physical life. It is going to result in what is the loss of their own well-being and those connected to them, loss of position, loss of what is their careers, their reputation. This is the entity that engaged in what is trying to sacrifice me, and this is a failed witchcraft, a failed effort, and a delusional continuation of witchcraft that is not effective. That's where you're getting to analyzing the behavior, in addition to what is the criminal conduct, which is mentally deranged in the first place. While I capture damning screenshots, the entity begins that ongoing ritual using the helicopter. They're doing so in that engineer light. That's engineer light on the asphalt where they're walking their dog, gang stalking. This is the entity that is stalking under a fake sun that's still here after 12 p.m. where they're stalking as the airport. And doing so while the municipality is a demon. These are demons that are maintaining light activity, while these demons are maintaining light activity pacing up and down Euclid Avenue with the people of the state. The municipality is not stalking by itself. The city of Ontario is not stalking by itself. They're doing it with the population. All of them. They're the ones that are driving in the engineer light. They're the ones that are molesting with engineer light. Those are the ones that are monitoring while the entity utters threats to commit kidnapping while they're stalking in real time. That's the P.O.C. It is relevant to what is obstruction of justice while I document on my devices regarding the ongoing conduct that they are not only proven to be engaging in, but they're monitoring the evidence as it's captured. This is the entity that is indeed going to prison, and so are the demon-possessed, mentally ill people of the state. P.O.C. It's currently 8:40 a.m.